There is no one close to the Boston Bruins right now. Amid all the chaos of the trade deadline, which included Kane going to the Rangers, Meyer going to the Devils, and pretty much every other team in the East loading up to go for a run, no one, and I mean no one, scares me more than the Boston Bruins. The Bruins are having a historic regular season. Actually, they only need to finish 16-6 to set the record for the best season in NHL history. And this deadline, they have made their team exponentially better than they were a few weeks ago. They have made two massive moves that make them even deadlier. First, they picked up Dmitry Orlov and Garnett Hathaway from the Washington Capitals. And second, they just acquired Tyler Bertuzzi from the Detroit Red Wings. For a team that is already a nightmare to play against in their own end with the likes of McAvoy and Lindholm, adding a player like Orlov just puts them over the top in their own end. Not only do they add a solid two-way defender who can break the puck out with ease and limit time in the defensive zone, but they also add someone with grit who can be physical when the game demands it. Speaking of being physical, Garnett Hathaway is a bull. A bottom six forward who will take absolutely no prisoners in the playoffs and will have defensemen rushing to make a play going back into their own end for the fear of getting steamrolled by this guy. The special thing about the Bruins is that their top players forecheck better than most in the NHL. Having a player like Bergeron helps, but they are incredibly effective at separating the man from the puck, gaining possession, and funneling the puck into a high danger area, all at lightning speed. Adding a player like Hathaway who can punish the other team's defenders and rush their breakout makes them an even better forechecking team up and down the roster. Then of course you have the big acquisition today in Tyler Bertuzzi. If you don't know a lot about Bertuzzi's game, think of him as a diet Brad Marchand. They play an extremely similar game, both being small wingers who rely on their skill, edge work, and lower center of gravity to win puck battles and create offense. Both are pretty greasy as well, and Bertuzzi isn't afraid to drop the gloves either. Actually, the fact that these two are going to be on the same team makes me shudder as a Leaf fan. The best part for the Bruins is that when Taylor Hall is healthy, they will either have Hall, a former Hart Trophy winner, or Tyler Bertuzzi on their third line. But more importantly about all these additions is that they are players that fit the Boston Bruins culture. The Bruins are a fast, physical, no-quit team that can bully you with skill and intimidation. All three of these new additions have that level of compete and mold to their game. That's why the Boston Bruins terrify me the most. When you have a team this good bringing in new additions, it can hurt the chemistry, but considering the play style of all these new players, they make the Bruins an even deadlier team. Then actually, just as I'm wrapping up this video, the Bruins signed Pastrnak to an 8-year deal with a cap hit of $11.25 million. I think that's a fair market value for a player of Pasternak's caliber, and it's yet another win for the Boston Bruins this season. So what do you think about the trade so far? What team do you think is at the best trade deadline up until this point? And let me know in the comments down below what you think about that Pastrnak deal as well. Quick shout out to our sponsor, Hockey Training, before I end this video. If you're a hockey player who wants to improve your game, the Hockey Training app and YouTube channel is the best place to be. Armed with drills inspired by some of the best NHL players in the world, it is the best place to take your game to the next level off the ice. If you're interested, I'll leave those links in the bio down below so you can check it out. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, click on any of the links right here.